Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is October 6th of 2024. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears the CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage a horrific and bloody day on October 7th of 2024, which coincidentally marks the one-year anniversary of the false flag Israeli attack in Israel, Lebanon, and Syria back on October 7th of 2023. So exactly what is planned for this one-year memorial, it's obviously not known. But essentially, what I've deduced is that the CIA plans to stage horrific events and then basically blame the Muslim world for those attacks on this particular date. So in other words, they've been hyping October 7th. It's a very strange name which they gave to October 7th. Because usually it should be, if you follow the 9/11, it's the 11th of September, it was 9/11, it should have been 10/7, but they spelled it out October 7th because they want everybody to remember, because this is when they're going to attack, and they've been hyping it via their Zionist media propaganda for a year. So exactly what's planned is not known, but it's going to be a horrific and bloody day, and we can place the blame squarely on the shoulders of one Switzerland, who is organizing, which is essentially a coup on this particular date. And coincidentally, the letter 17 equates to the letter Q, as in coup d'etat, because this is a coup that they're going to stage on this particular date. So exactly what's planned, not known. But it appears that they're going to start with the assassination of Donald J. Trump. It's virtually 100% certain that they're going to assassinate Donald J. Trump on October 7th. And this is because Donald J. Trump is going to win the U.S. presidential election, and they cannot have him standing in the way. He just met with Zelensky. He's meeting with world leaders. So whatever is going to happen tomorrow on October 7th, Donald J. Trump cannot be in the room, cannot be alive, so they're going to kill him, possibly under the guise of brain cancer. But mark my words, it's 100% certain Donald J. Trump will be assassinated on the date of October 7th. That is because the CIA is going to execute what's called Breaking Dawn. They've drafted 25,000 Israeli reserve soldiers that are going to attack and invade the capital cities of Washington, D.C., London, England, Kiev, Ukraine, Tel Aviv, Israel, Berlin, Germany, Paris, France, and Ottawa, Canada. Because, coincidentally, October 7th is the birthday of one Vladimir V. Putin, the president of Russia, and who they would blame these attacks on. And because these attacks are going to be false flag in nature, and because Donald J. Trump is privy to what the false flag that they staged at the U.S. Capitol back on January 6th of 2021, they can't have him calling up Putin and trying to figure out what's going on, so they have to assassinate him. It's also virtually certain that these attacks will be used to cover the assassinations of Joseph R. Biden and or King Charles III of England on this particular date as well. In the event that the CIA forgoes this Russian coup, see, they kind of hedged their bets. So the attack was Iran-backed Hezbollah Hamas attack on Israel, Syria, and Palestine and Lebanon. And then, of course, October 7th was funded or was on the birthday of Putin. So you have Iran on one hand, Putin on the other hand, so they can play it both ways. So if they forgo the attacks in D.C., London, Kiev, Tel Aviv, Paris, Ottawa, and Berlin, then they're going to stage some sort of Iran-backed Hamas or Hezbollah or Al-Qaeda or Muslim Brotherhood or whatever terror group they decide to blame it on. And this is going to be biological, chemical, dirty bomb, nuclear, radiological, or weaponized contagion in nature. So if it's a biological attack, it's going to be some sort of attack which spawns some sort of an outbreak. So we're going to basically, they're going to trigger a second global pandemic. In the event of a chemical attack, it may be delivered via a explosion or via Iranian missiles. A dirty bomb attack could come any which way, an IED, a VBIED, or missiles as well. In the event that they go ahead and stage a nuclear attack on this particular date of October 7th, it's going to be most likely a 9/11 style drone, airplane, or helicopter attack, or some sort of ballistic rocket or missile allegedly emanating or originating from Iran or Pakistan. Obviously, if they stage a radiological attack, is similar to a dirty bomb, and then of course a weaponized contagion, that's anthrax, Ebola, ricin, smallpox, etc., which would also spawn a biological outbreak. So, just to recap, October 7th is going to be a horrific day in humanity, and they're trying to stage a watershed moment to change the world forever. Some sort of major event is planned. We can't forget about China. They might blame something on China, but as from the looks of it right now, they plan on clipping 1 or 2 or 3 heads of state, most likely Biden, Trump, or King Charles. They might be killed in some sort of an attack targeting DC, London, Kiev, Tel Aviv, Berlin, Paris, or Ottawa. Those are coincidentally all G7 nations, and this is the 7th of October, and so you have 7/7 as in the London bombings. It's a 27 club, so numerically it fits. And then if they forgo a Putin-backed coup targeting those 7 particular cities, they'll stage some sort of CBRN-related attack targeting most likely the United States, Israel, Europe, or countries in the Middle East. And last but not least, if all else fails, I just identified a major attack, asteroid and or comet attack targeting the so-called Holy Land. And it appears that this war that was launched back on October 7th of 2023 has actually provided the logistics cover for this impending doomsday asteroid/comet attack targeting the Holy Land, possibly Egypt, Israel, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, possibly Iraq. And so essentially what's happening is that they're using this attack to provide to evacuate people, and then they're putting large amounts of explosives in various areas such as Beirut, Lebanon, at the port of Beirut, where they staged this bombing back in 2020. And so then they clear out the area, then they put in the explosives, and then when the rocket comes, the rocket explodes and then subsequently ignites the explosives in the ground. And so some sort of man-made asteroid or comet attack is expected targeting the Holy Land. And since I just published this report about the Holy Land, then they might resort to another location. So anyway, October 7th appears to be a very dark day for humanity. Obviously, if any of the aforementioned events transpire in reality, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, federal, military, law enforcement, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets.